This week, we are sharing 3 ways to lower your interest rates on your credit cards and how to even pay no interest at all. You are in the right place if you are trying to figure out how to enjoy life, grow wealth, and become a wealth saver. My name is Adrienne. You're a accredited financial counselor and tailored wealth saver. So let's go ahead, as you know, and dive right on in. So the first way to lower the interest rates on your credit card, hold on. Before we even go there, I want to share why we actually want to talk about this topic. So the reason why we actually care to figure out how to lower interest rates on our credit card is because interest is money you pay for borrowing someone else's money. That's it. It's the fee you pay. So we want to pay the lowest amount possible if we have to even pay any at all. So let's talk about 3 ways to kind of hack that system and lower the amount that you're paying on those credit cards if you're paying an interest rate at all. The first is looking into balance transfers. That's option number 1. What a balance transfer is if you have an amount on a credit card, you transfer it to credit card B. That credit card B might have 0 interest for 16 months or 12 months. However, I do want you to note a couple of things with that. Number 1, if you do a balance transfer, beware, are there any fees associated with the balance transfer? Number 2, I want you to know while you're doing a balance transfer, know the terms. Do you only have 12 months to pay this amount off in full? If so, that means if you go over those 12 months and you go to that 13th month, it is possible, depending on the terms, that you're not paying interest on what's left over that 13th month. You're paying interest on what was the beginning balance in that first month. So that's one thing we definitely want to make sure we're fully aware of is it's 13 months laid out. Make sure month 13, we're not paying interest on the amount that was due on month 1. So we're paying interest only on what's left over on 13. Or what is option number 2 is aggressively paying it off. Make sure there's a spending plan in place to where you know what is going to be going out every single month and allow your spending plan to actually correlate with your goal to get this credit card paid off in full. So that was option 1 and option 2. Option number 3 to lower your interest rate on your credit card, which is actually my favorite option and something I previously had to do years prior when my emergency fund was not sufficient enough to cover a car repair. And that's calling my credit card companies and just seeing if I'm eligible and or requesting a lower interest rate. If I call them myself and request a lower interest rate, I do want you to know typically there's a hard credit pull that's done. So when they pull your credit report, they're going to see what's going on in your credit. Is your score high enough to where it actually qualifies for a lower interest rate? And at this point, I don't carry balances over month to month. Once my statement comes in, I pay the balance off in full. However, I have one credit card in particular where the interest rate is normally like around, I think like 11 or 12%. I call them every single year to say, hey, do I qualify for a lower interest rate? And I usually get that interest rate knocked down to as low as 5 to 6%. I don't ever use it, but now it's just something fun that I do every year because if I ever have to use it, I know that that lower interest rate will help me. Example, like I said before, if there's a major car repair or something that has to happen, I know that I can take care of it. If I have to pay interest on it, then I will. But luckily, at this point in time, I haven't had to because I have that emergency fund to take care of those needs. I'm Tailored Wealth Saver. Remember, every first and third Friday, you have videos of financial tips available for you. Enjoy your weekend.